Right of first refusal for Indian shipyards for government purchases, tax incentives, grant of infrastructure status. Do you see, how much of a material difference will this make to the industry as well as your company?
Good afternoon. Thank you. I think this is a real game changer, and it's a pleasant surprise at the end of the current year. And I think all the shipbuilding industry, must be in great spirit today, because this is something which we have been asking for last 5 years, and finally it has come through at a absolutely right time. And particularly the shipyard, which is operational, has a great infrastructure. It will be a boon for them, because the grant of infrastructure status will help us to secure the financing at a very competitive price, and we should be able to compete globally. So this is a very good from that perspective. Second, first set of refusal, because Indian requirement itself is very large. So far, most of the requirement goes to China, or some goes to Korea, and this incentive will help us to build and competitively within the country. So it is a perfect match for Make in India policy of the government. It will generate a large number of new employment, and shipbuilding sector generates thousands of new jobs. And thirdly, the 20% of I would call it a subsidy, which is very good, and of course they will continue to reduce 3% every year. So that will help us to stabilize well and become globally competitive.
Right,
so think,
Mr. Gandhi,
this is very interesting.
Yeah, Mr. Gandhi, but while it will help you become globally competitive, and these boosters might help the industry, but what is actually suffering is the top line. There is no top line growth. In fact, your second quarter revenues were also down 75%, closer to that 54 crore mark. So are you actually seeing some top line or demand coming in from ship buyers?
See, unless and until you are supported by the government with this kind of infrastructure, no shipbuilding industry.
So with this, how much of a benefit can you see with this these?
This will bring in billions of dollars of contract for the Indian shipbuilding sector, and particularly those who have the infrastructure like Pipavav has and some others will be hugely beneficial. I think this is like a like a big bonus for the shipping industry, and this was a long overdue, almost for 5 years.
All right, Mr. Gandhi, we'll leave it at that. Appreciate you joining in and giving us your perspective. So he believes it is a big boost for the industry. But let's move on now to the market technical. Sahil Kapoor of Edelweiss Financial Services and Chandan Daparia of Anand Rathi Securities joins in. Hi, Sahil. Let me start with you. First up,